attention real quick. So this week, you'll be in here twice. You'll be in here today, then you'll be back in here same time on Thursday. And today we've got Mr. McNeely here from Marion Regional Career Center. He's going to talk to you about all the different programs that they offer. We will start scheduling you probably here in the next month or two. And this becomes a possibility for you, looking at your schedule for next year, okay? It is something you're interested in. When we meet with you, make sure that you bring that up to us so that we can get you, their application is online, so it's kind of easy. Go on and get theirs done. But you still need to let us know that, okay? Don't just sign up and not let myself or Mrs. Gay know that you're interested in one of their programs, okay? So that you know just some setup stuff as far as how it sets up here with Oak Hill students going to Marion Regional Career Center. We do not provide transportation, so you would have to have a driver's license and a car to get you there and back. You would be at Marion Regional Career Center, which is at Marion High School for the first 4 periods of the day. In whatever program that you choose to be in, then you would come back here and you would be in your just your normal classes, mainly taking your required courses back here. Okay. When you're there, okay, each semester that you're successful, you're getting elective credits for those. Okay, so that's what those credits transfer back here for, and then you get your other stuff when you get back here. So one thing that's important is if something kind of sparks your interest here, and you enjoy more of a hands-on class situation, which you're going to get at a vocational school, if you're not passing your classes here, we won't be able to let you go because you're going to have too many required courses that you're going to have to be making up. So if nothing else, if something kind of sparks your interest, if this is something you want to do down the road, let that motivate you to kind of get going this semester, make sure that you're passing classes. The other thing I would say is if you're sitting here and you're thinking, why am I here? I'm going to a 4-year college. I'm going to do this. There are a lot of their programs, okay, that fit that as well. And he's going to go over some of that with you, okay? So that's why we want to expose everybody to the opportunity. So again, I'm going to turn it over to him. When he is done, then he'll give you a chance to ask questions and things. When we're totally done, then you'll go back. We'll dismiss you back to your SRTs, and you'll be back in there until it's time to go to lunch, okay? All right, so let's give him your attention. I don't see any phones out. Shouldn't have your computers with you anyway. And give him your attention, okay?
All right, so as Mr. Love said, I'm Mr. McNeely, Marion Regional Career Center. My goal today is just to talk to you about career and technical education as a whole, because you guys have a lot of options being here at Oak Hill. Oak Hill has a lot of career and tech ed classes. You can also go to Hartland. You can also come to the Marion Regional Career Center. Now, obviously, I want you to come to Marion Regional, but my goal, again, is to just show you and get you into CTE program. So I just want to start with a short video about what CTE is.
This is you, and this is everyone else. You're trying to find your future, and so are they. But the future can be hard to see right now. There are so many choices for which way you can go, and the road to the future is crowded because everyone else is trying to figure it out too. So how do you know which way to go? And how will you stand out from the rest of the crowd? The answer to both? CTE. CTE stands for Career and Technical Education. Indiana CTE programs help students prepare for high-paying, high-skill, in-demand jobs in the real world through relevant hands-on experiences. Now, you might be thinking, CTE isn't for a student like you, or what good are those classes anyway? Well, CTE is more than you think, much more. CTE is actually a door of opportunity. People who don't know about CTE don't understand what CTE can do for them. For example, first, some people think CTE is not for college-bound students. That couldn't be more false. CTE is for everyone. Across Indiana, CTE programs enroll everyone from honor students to students planning on going to 4-year schools, 2-year schools, and those planning on entering a trade after high school. In fact, more than half of Indiana high school students took CTE courses last year. That's about 178,000 people. About 30,000 of those focused primarily on CTE courses. That's a lot of students getting ready to get those high-paying jobs. CTE gives you both academic and technical training to prepare you for life after high school, no matter which direction you go, to college or a career. Second, people think CTE won't really help you get into a great career. Again, false. Through CTE, you get to explore a lot of different types of careers to see what's out there and what's the best fit for you. There are CTE programs for traditional trades like welding, manufacturing, and building construction. But there are also programs for skill development in education, engineering design, culinary services, agriculture, aeronautics, health sciences, information technology, and more. Third, some think that CTE does not have strong academic content. Not true. CTE takes you on a deep dive into career options. Because you go deeper, you gain an advantage over others out there looking for jobs, because you learn real skills for jobs in the real world. Fourth, some believe that CTE will take you away from your high school experience. Not at all. You'll still attend your high school, hang out with your friends, take part in your school's activities, events, and organizations. Now, here's the truth about what CTE is. CTE is your best pathway to high-paying careers that are in demand. CTE also allows you to explore these career options and earn certifications without the cost associated with college courses. In fact, CTE saved Indiana families about $22 million in college tuition last year, and that's a lot of money. And here's the big one. CTE is learning by doing. You retain knowledge by applying it rather than memorizing, which makes you way more marketable because you've acquired skills instead of just learning about them. According to a recent survey of Fortune 500 companies, the top 3 skills employers seek are teamwork, problem solving, and interpersonal skills. It's no coincidence that all 3 are focal points of CTE. So, the next time you register for classes, think about where you're headed in your future. Think about how you can set yourself apart from everyone else with real-world experience for high-demand careers. Think about how you can become truly college and career-ready. CTE teaches rigorous skills that employers are looking for in tomorrow's workforce and gives you a head start on your university or technical education. And with millions of dollars in grant funding to provide for new experiences, the opportunities are endless. Your future is ahead of you. CTE prepares you for the future by helping you choose the path that's right for you and develop the skills that will help you stand out from everyone else. That's education that works for Indiana. So, explore CTE for yourself and discover a world of possibilities.
So one of the biggest pieces that I want to pull from that video is that it doesn't matter if you're going to go to a 2-year college, a 4-year college, if you're going to go straight into the workforce. It doesn't matter what your option after is. What matters is these classes will help you in any route that you go. So going to MRCC specifically, it's an option for CTE classes that are not offered at Oak Hill. These are your longer 3-period classes. Like I said, hey, you would spend half the day with us, come back and spend your second half here at Oak Hill. We serve students from all around the county. We have students that come in from, a few that come in from outside of the county because of some of the programming that we offer. Our aviation program tends to bring in, you see Frankton and Blackford, that's where those come in. Everybody else, Oak Hill, Marion, Mississinawa, Eastbrook, all send students to all of our programs. We're located at Marion High School, but we have our own building. So building 4, we have our own entrance, we have our own building that is dedicated solely to Marion Regional Career Center and the courses that we have. And then what you're getting experienced teachers that are still working in the field. So you have our construction trades teacher, owns his own business in the summer and on the weekends, he's doing his own business. He oftentimes has his students also work for him within that business. So it's just an extra advantage of what you have. So you're getting updated skills. You're still working with someone who is currently in that field of study. So why MRCC? Real world training, like I just talked about. You're getting an opportunity to really have hands-on experience, oftentimes out in the community. So what I try to do is I try to partner you, we do internships, all right, and I'll get to that in a second, but we do internships with the community. What I try to do is partner you with a community member that either you may know, you may not know, but it can be in whatever area you're looking. So it doesn't have to be in Marion. It can be in Converse. It can be wherever you want it to be. We offer dual credits. Most of our programs offer dual credits. The only one that currently does not is aviation. But outside of that, you can earn up to 21 dual credits within our program. The reason I say up to is because most of our programs are designed to be 2 years long. You don't have to take it for both years, but that's the way they're designed. So if you enter a program your junior year and take it your senior year, then you're gonna get more dual credits than if you only take it your junior year or only your senior year. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let me explain that so some of you may not understand what he means by dual credit. So if you would end up graduating as a senior and then maybe going on to college or going to a vocational technical educational school, those 21 credits that he's talking about, they will follow you to college with you, and then those are courses you don't have to take. That saves you time once you go to college, and it saves you money, okay? Because they're going to transfer there and count for classes, college classes that are already there.
So then the next thing you get certifications within your class. So for information technology, one of the certifications they just finished is the mouse certifications, the MOS, Microsoft Office. These certifications are going to help you with your resume, help you in the future, help you get a higher paying job initially out of high school. Internships, I mentioned that earlier. Internships are an opportunity for you to actually work for a company. It starts building your network, again, going back to your resume. I don't know how many of you currently have jobs, but oftentimes students leave high school and have minimal job experience to put on a resume when they do want to apply for a job. These internships give you that experience. Networking opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities that you'll have to connect with people that are doing work within that program, businesses, things like that, that allow you to expand your network. What that does for you is oftentimes, I don't know, have you guys ever heard the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know? Anybody ever heard that? I see at least one yes. So what they mean by that is networking. It means that you've made an impression. So through your internships, through meeting businesses, through having speakers come to your classroom, you're making connections and they can vouch for you. They can be someone who says, yes, that person's somebody I would have work for me. They can also tell other people within that business or within that field the same thing. And then you just get additional career guidance. You have great guidance counselors here, but we can help support that. We can help support that from a career standpoint. There's sometimes college and career fairs that we are welcome to as a career center that high schools aren't necessarily able to go to or know about. And so we just want to expand that. We want to expand, again, going back to networking, we want to expand that for you from what you already have here at Oak Hill. I talked through all those, and the next handful of slides are going to be kind of repetitive, so I'm going to go quickly through these. Again, real world training is a fun hands-on. You're actually doing. I learn better if I'm doing something rather than just reading it out of the book. And so our programs give you an opportunity to, you still have some book work that you'll have to do, but then you're going to put it into practice. You're actually going to be doing what you're reading about. Dual credit, as Mr. Law said, it saves you time and money. 21 dual credits is over a semester of college. And so if you're getting a semester done in high school, that's going to, again, save you that time, but it's also going to save you the money on the other end. And here, this is an older 24. We lost a couple dual credits, so now it's 21. Certifications, like I said, it provides additional training. It's a resume builder and allows you to oftentimes make more money in a job right out of high school. An example of that is our Health Careers Nursing program. You leave that program with your CNA. So even if you go to a 2-year, 4-year university and you want to have a job on the side, with a CNA certification, you have an opportunity to get paid more, again, while you're still going to school. Internships. A majority of them are paid. There are some unpaid internships, but it's experiences outside the classroom. Again, work experience, resume builder. Networking, again, you have community partners want students to work for them. And so that networking too, oftentimes you leave. So if you go to college and then come back to Grant County, these people are going to remember you and oftentimes help you out in the future. And then, as I said, the additional career guidance, we're just an additional resource. The more that you can have, the more people you have helping you, the more opportunities that are going to be open to you. So now the programs that we offer. First one, aviation, flight, and operations. Let me say real quick, you're gonna notice some of these are bolded and some of these are not. The ones that are bolded are the ones that we are offering today, there's students in them. The ones that are not bolded are ones that we offer, we either didn't get enough students that were interested, so the class is not running. Just so you know the difference between the two. Aviation, flight, and operations is held at the airport. You get an opportunity, we try to get every student a minimum of 5 flight hours. So you're actually up in the plane, flying the plane. Obviously, you're gonna have someone there with you who can help you control, but you are actually flying planes. We have simulators that you work with. So there's a lot of opportunities to actually get experience. Now, you will not leave with your private pilot's license, but we will get you a minimum of 5 of those hours. Typically, if you have 10 to 12 hours, you can sit for the test. So we're getting you that. Now, I will say flight hours are expensive. So this is saving you, and this is all free to you if you take that class. So flight hours typically are probably $300 to $400 per hour. And so that adds up pretty quickly if you try to get your private pilot's license. The other side of that, if you don't like the idea of leaving the ground or flying, but you like aviation, there is an aviation mechanics portion of that also held at the airport. Construction trades. With our construction trades program, you will actually be building a house somewhere in Grant County. So it depends on the year, when, and where it's at. But you will actually build a house, ideally from start to finish. Sometimes there's some finishing of the year before and then start, but you will be actually finishing the entire house in that class. Criminal justice is held at Ivy Tech. Within this, if you're looking to be a police officer or you're looking to be a lawyer or just gain the experience in the criminal justice field, this would be a class that you would take. But again, this one, the two I mentioned before, if there's something in brackets there, that means it's not held at Marion High School, that it's held at those places. So criminal justice is actually at Ivy Tech. Culinary Arts, you'll notice this one's not bolded. We had some issues with our building this past year, so we're trying to get that going again, but this is running a restaurant. This is cooking food. This brings me to a good point as I talk about cooking food is, this doesn't mean, if you take one of our classes, it doesn't mean that that's exactly what you want to go into as a career. If you're interested in something or think you might like something, high school's the perfect time to test it out and try it. Because one, you're not spending money to do it, and you're eliminating stuff once you're out of high school. So if you can eliminate things that you don't like, that's as beneficial as finding exactly what you want to do. So if you know for aviation, you're like, hey, that might be interesting, and you try that, and you hate it, well, you know you don't want to try aviation once you leave high school, and it's going to cost you time and money. So again, what we're looking to do is put you in a career that you're interested in, but if we find ones and can eliminate things, that's just as beneficial. Cybersecurity, we offer an ethical hacking certificate. There's dual credits within cybersecurity. So I don't know if you guys have seen any stats about big companies that will hire people to try to hack into their systems so they know how secure it is. Those are the kinds of things you're looking at and studying within cybersecurity. Drafting, so I talked about construction, you actually build a house. Drafting works with our construction program by doing the blueprints. So you're using AutoCAD to create blueprints for the house. You often make blueprints for like a bowling alley. Right now they're doing a McDonald's. And so you're getting to design all of that within the AutoCAD program. Early childhood education, within that you're gonna be in the classroom. So I used to work at a university in Chicago, and what we would find is we would have people who thought they wanted to be a teacher. And then they would get to their senior year of college and get in the classroom and realize that they hated being in the classroom. They wanted no part of being in the classroom. Well, they just wasted 4 years. So again, we're gonna have you in the classroom so that you can see, make sure you enjoy what you're doing. Graphic communications, anything you see, so your jumpsuit right there with that can be done, the Oak Hill emblem can be done in our graphic communication. any flyer that you've seen, any engraving that you see on often like water bottles, things like that. That's all stuff that you can do in graphic communication. So what you're learning in there is what makes sense to put it on there, how to design things, and then how to market those designs that you make. Nursing, I talked about, you're gonna be in the nursing homes. And so again, getting you into that hands-on experience, you're gonna spend half of your semester actually in the nursing home, working with patients and making sure that's what you wanna do. You'll leave that program with your CNA license. Athletic training, when we're trying to get going, we have a partnership with Marion High School trainer that she is willing to have you work with there. So you're gonna be taping ankles, you're gonna be doing those things and learning within the athletic training realm. HVAC, anybody know what HVAC is? So it's heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So it's heating and cooling of a building. So again, our programs tend to partner together, looking again at construction. You will be working on the heating and air conditioning of that home that we're building. Industrial repair and maintenance. Information technology. Information technology and cybersecurity partner together well. I believe computer science 1 is offered here. Yes, so computer science, if you have interest in information technology, you want to take computer science 1 because then a lot of avenues open up to you on different options that you can take at Marion Regional Career Center. And you don't have to spend time doing computer science 1 when it's offered here. And so you have networking, infrastructure, servers and security, programming, all those different options. And the fun thing about that class is the first 2 weeks of class, you are building your own computer. So we buy all the parts for you to build your own computer that you use throughout the entire year. Human and social services, if you enjoy helping people, this is one area that you could look at. You're talking social work. Landscape management, we partner with Matter Park in the gardens of Matter Park, and you will actually have class at Matter Park and go through the planning, designing, landscaping of the gardens of Matter Park. Supply chain management. Supply chain management is getting goods and services from one place to another. And so you're looking at, you go to Walmart or you go to Meijer and you go in and you just shop. But those things had to get there, had to get shipped there. They had to be tracked. Everything has to be counted and tracked. So that's more of what supply chain management looks at. Robotics and welding. Welding is a big one. We actually have a lot of Oak Hill students that come into our welding program. We have 16 welding booths. It's a program that is heavy on internship. And what I mean by that is once you've mastered the skills within the class, we get you a paid position in an internship. And so let me just go back to internship for a minute because you get, with an internship, you're getting, let's just use welding as an example. You're getting high school credit, you're getting college credit, and you're getting paid to be in school. So it's a good opportunity to take advantage of those things while you're in school. So those are 3 things. I mean, you're accomplishing all 3 of those things within half of your school day. And then I have one more video specific. Before this gets played though, this is roughly 4 years old, and it was put together by a Marion High School student that was a part of the Career Center. So there's some Marion specific stuff, but the video is the same. It's going to give you some example of what we do. And also we're working on a new video that is less Marion High School, more Marion Regional Career Center.
think for some reason it's getting blocked.
Okay. Well, it's a really good video, I promise. So I want to open it up to any questions, whether it be about the programs, whether it be about the Career Center in general, but open it up to you if you guys have anything. Like Mr. Law said, the next steps are to talk to them, but also that's my email. So if you have any questions, want to know about the programs, anything like that that doesn't get answered today, feel free to email me anytime. I'll get back to you. Don't let any question go unanswered. The robotics program, so it's a partnership with Ivy Tech, and you'll notice that one wasn't bolded because we did not run that this year. But that's the building of machines, building of robots. We actually have 5 robots that are ready to be built and put together, and then you're coding and getting them ready to actually operate and do an obstacle course. That's a big part of what that class is.
Also, this presentation is being videoed, so if you want to refer back to it, if you want to show it to your parents, if you strike up a conversation with them and they're like, hey, I don't know anything about this, and they have a lot of questions, you can have them view it. It'll probably take a couple days or so before it'll be on, but the way that you'll find that is if you go to the Oak Hill High School or just the Oak Hill Corporation webpage, scroll all the way down to the bottom, click on the YouTube link, and that's where you'll find it. Okay, so it'll be there. And you know, if it's a thing where we don't schedule you for 6-7 weeks, and then you think, oh, I forgot a lot of that info, and you want to watch it again, it'll be there for you.
We will also have our graphic communication class is currently working on our website and update, and so that should be done next week. And so again, there'll be more information there for you.
They've got all kinds of information on their website, the current website. You can go on there, they've got all their programs on there. That's where you will log in to complete the application for that as well.
For kids that might be interested in those unbolded classes, how many do you need to have for it to run?
If we can get with those unbolded classes, if we can get a minimum of 7, I can guarantee we run it. 5, I can try to get it to go. But yeah, if we can get 5 to 7 minimum, then we can get those moving forward.
And those classes, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but kind of ebb and flow year to year. You know, you'll get a kind of a cohort of kids who are really interested in this program, and so it'll go, and then maybe one that usually doesn't. They just kind of flip around from year to year.
Yeah, absolutely. So Aviation Mechanics is a good example that we had a large group in that last year, and then a lot of them were seniors that graduated, and there was less interest coming in, so then we weren't able to run that class this year. And so, like he said, it just changes depending on the year.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you, this is a great time to ask questions because a lot of you maybe are shy or whatever, don't want to ask a question, and you come in and you ask, this is Gay or I the questions, and we don't have those answers, he does. So, so ask the questions. And actually what we take is we've got a few minutes left. So we're going to take about 5 minutes here, and just, you know, if you have a question you want to go up and ask Mr. McNeely, go ahead, go up there and ask him, and in about 5 minutes we'll get you back to class, okay? Before we do that, let's give him a round of applause, show him appreciation.